Hello viewers, welcome to our lecture series on marketing management, and now we are going to talk about the fourth mix of 4 P's, that is called promotion mix. This is regarded as one of the important tools in the kit of a marketer. When we talk about 4 P's, it starts from product, price, place, and then it is ended or it is ending at promotion. Although some other P's are also added in due course of time, but still the 4 P's is the acronym which is the most popular acronym used in the corridors of the marketing. So when we use these 4 P's, promotion comes at the fourth number, and from the customer's perspective it talks about the communication to the customers. So when 4 P's are translated into 4 C's, promotion becomes the communication to the customer. So you have to make a communication to your customer. So here I'll be telling you about what exactly promotion mix is, what modern marketing calls for when it comes to marketing communication or integrated marketing communication, what is the role of marketing communication, what role it plays. That also becomes a point of discussion by us as a student or as a practitioner in the field of marketing. We also have to talk about the changing marketing communication environment, which is changing rapidly. There is a metamorphical change into in the way we are communicating in the market nowadays, and there are several channels which are being used. Earlier when we used to talk about promotion, only one term used to come in front of us, that is called advertising, and to the max sales promotion used to come. So advertising and sales promotion, these were the two aspects of promotion when we were talking about promotion mix, but now it actually includes more than 7 or 8 variants that I will be presenting before you here in this very lecture, and I will also tell you about marketing communication mix, the way it works. So the 4 P's of marketing which actually comprises of product, price, place and promotion. Out of these 4 P's, I am going to make a discussion on the promotion, that is the fourth P in the toolbox or in the toolkit of a marketer. So having said promotion, we are indicating towards the awareness of your consumers or customers. So customers awareness is basically the key of this P, that is called promotion, and this promotion involves all that goes into making consumers aware of your product and its desirable features. So when I am promoting my product, whatever I am doing, whatever activities I am performing, whatever resources I am including or involving to ensure in making consumers aware of my product and its desired features, that is regarded as promotion. So what it encompasses, that I am going to tell you. The first one is advertising, the second one is personal selling. And when we say advertising and personal selling, of course we cannot ignore sales promotion. So traditionally we have been considering promotion as a tool to ensure the awareness, increased awareness of customers, or if we have to ensure that that the customer travels from the state of unawareness to awareness, then liking, preference and loyalty. So we don't want to leave our customers in a stage of unawareness. We first make them aware, then we want from unawareness to awareness, then we want them to like our product, and then we want them to prefer, and eventually we want them to become loyal to our product or to our company. So to ensure the journey of customer from the state of unawareness to awareness, liking, preference, loyalty, and then ensuring them to be our equity, we have been using advertising, personal selling and sales promotion as significant sub tools of promotion as one of the important P's in the marketing mix. So what modern marketing calls for, what it is demanding for. Modern marketing, when we say, we are talking about the present day marketing. And if I have to define marketing, I would say staying relevant in the marketplace is called marketing. If you stay relevant in the marketplace in terms of your products, in terms of your services, in terms of the features of your products, the quality of your product, or in terms of ensuring the utility of your product, if you are staying relevant in the marketplace, it means you are a good marketer or you are doing marketing. So modern marketing basically calls for more than developing a good product. Pricing it attractively, you have to make it accessible. So modern marketing is calling for more than developing a good product, pricing it attractively and making it accessible. What extra they want? They want you to communicate. You must also communicate with the present and potential stakeholders and the general public. No matter how good your product is in terms of its quality, no matter how reasonably you have priced it, or attractively you have priced it, you have also made the product accessible to everyone. But if it is not communicated, all three activities previously discussed, they become futile, a futile exercise. So it is like, going for a journey of, or coming back to square one. If you are not communicating your products with the present and potential stakeholders and general public, then nobody is aware of it. There is no awareness, and if there is no awareness, forget about liking, preference, and loyalty. So for most marketers, therefore, the question is not whether to communicate. There is no question whether to communicate or not. You have to communicate. But the question here in front of us as a marketer is what to say, how to say, when to say, to whom and how often. So this is something which is very important. We have decided that we have to communicate, we have to increase, we have to increase awareness, we have to ensure increased awareness among customers. But question is not that whether to communicate or not. Question here is what to say, how to say, when to say, to whom I have to say, and how often we have to say. Whenever I go to my class, I always cite a very good soothing lines by famous person who says, and it is in Hindi actually, कौन सी बात कब कहाँ और कैसे कही जानी है, ये लहजा अगर पता हो तो हर बात सुनी जाती है. So if you have that manner of communicating, then of course you are going to be heard. If you know what to say, how to say, when to say, to whom I have to approach, how often I have to communicate, if I am aware of it, of course my communication is going to be effective. So modern marketing is demanding for that only. Consumers can turn to hundreds of cable and satellite TV channels, thousands of magazines and newspapers when it comes to print media, and millions of internet pages when it comes to digital media. But they are actively deciding what communication they want to receive. You cannot ask your customer to read one magazine, one newspaper, or stay tuned to one TV channels only, or visit one website only. They are actually going to hundreds of cable and satellite TV channels, thousands of magazines, millions of internet pages. So imagine, amid all this, you have to ensure effective communication. How to do that? So to effectively reach and influence your target markets, what holistic marketers are doing, they are creatively employing multiple forms of communications. You cannot, gone are the days when you used to say that I would be communicating through television media only. I would be floating my advertisement in newspaper only. I would go for digital marketing, that is online advertisement only. You cannot do that now. You have to, whatever you are doing, you have to be holistic into your actions. So holistic marketers, they are creatively employing multiple forms of communications. So wherever your customer is, you have to be there. Wherever your customer is seeking information about you, you should be available. And if you are not available, you are marked absent, and having marked absent means you won't get any credit for that. Your customer is not going to buy your product. So marketing communications are the means by which firms they make an attempt to inform, persuade, and remind their customers. They have to inform, they have to persuade, they have to remind, depending upon the stage of the life cycle of your product. It can be done directly or indirectly about the products and brands they are selling. So either it is done directly or indirectly, they have to perform this duty, and they are making an attempt to either inform or persuade or remind their customers, depending upon the life stage of that product. At which stage your product is, you have to decide your communication strategy. So as a marketer, you are targeting your communications like this. So in a sense, you can say that they represent the voice of the company and its brands. They are representing the voice of this entire company and their brands. They are a means by which the firm can establish a dialogue and build a relationship with their customers. So they are establishing a dialogue with their customers where they can interact, they can talk, they can inform that this is the product which is available as a satisfier to your need. So by strengthening the loyalty of your customers, you can contribute to customer equity. And if your communication is effective and your customer becomes loyal, then eventually they are going to contribute to your customer's equity. So marketing communication, when we have to understand it from the perspective of its contribution, what role it plays, it also work by showing consumers how and why a product is used, by whom it is used, where it is used, and when it is used. So it is giving answer to so many questions of yours as a marketer. It is telling you that how and why a product is used, by whom it is used, where it is used, and when it is used. And if you are able to find answer to these questions, you can ensure that I need to communicate to that person who is using that. I need to be available at that place where it is being used. I need to be available at a time when the customer wants information about my product. So consumers can learn who makes the product and what the company and brand stands for. Because nowadays customers are or consumers are willing to know who is the producer of this product, which company is doing this production process, what are the credentials of that company which is producing this product, and then they can become motivated to try or use it. So now customers are not only interested into the product, but they are also interested in knowing who is manufacturing that product. I can give you an example. Suppose somebody is going for a cataract surgery, and nowadays the lenses which are being used after that during that cataract surgery, the hospitals, they are prescribing the list of lenses which are being manufactured by a series of a variety of manufacturers. So there the question, the first and the foremost question which a patient asking is that of which brand it is, which company is manufacturing, which the lens manufactured by which company you are offering, whether it is imported one or it is domestically it is manufactured in your domestic country. So now customers are very much aware there is an information explosion. So they want to know about the company, its credentials. They want to know about the brand, that which brand I am going to use. So marketing communications, it actually allow companies to link their brands to other people, places, events, brands, experiences, feelings and things. So they can relate. They can contribute to brand equity by establishing the brand in memory and creating a brand image. Not only brand image, but also they can drive sales and even affect your shareholders' value. So in this changing marketing communication environment, what is happening? Technology and other factors, they have profoundly changed the way consumers are processing their communications, and even whether they choose to process them at all. Even that is also something which is there as a question, whether they would process that communication or not, whether they would go through your advertisement or not, or they will simply go for changing the channel of that particular TV channel which they are watching at that point of time. So this rapid diffusion of powerful smartphones, broadband and wireless internet connections, and ad skipping digital video recorders, they have eroded the effectiveness of the mass media. So this ad skipping digital video recorders, they have eroded the entire effectiveness of mass media. That I will tell you when we would discuss about how to evaluate the effectiveness of an advertisement. Once you have floated an advertisement, to what extent you could communicate properly, that is also a question. So we have certain models for that, we have certain methods for that to evaluate the effectiveness of a particular ad campaign or a particular advertisement. So what has changed there in the corridors of marketing communication? We can take an example of USA. In 1960, a company could reach 80% of US women with the 130-second commercial aired simultaneously on 3 TV channels only, for instance ABC, CBS and NBC. So if you are simply airing 30-second commercial on these 3 TV channels, on these 3 TV networks in 1960s, you could reach to 80% of US women. How easy it was, that you have to simply design a commercial and float it, you have to simply broadcast it on these 3 significant channels, you can reach to 80% of people. But now what is happening today, what is the scenario? The same ad would have to run on 100 channels or even more to achieve this marketing feat, and then too you're not sure that whether you'll be able to reach to those 80% of US women or not. So the scenario has actually changed drastically and dramatically. You cannot you cannot rest assured that yes, by simply doing so I would be able to reach to a significant segment of population, significant part of total population if I have aired that particular advertisement. Now this is why now we have different other options also. We have pay per click model also, that if your customer is, if potential customers or customers are clicking that advertisement, then only you have to pay, otherwise you are not supposed to pay. So that is also an option available to us. But yes, of course, this is a reflection of the kind of change we are witnessing in the marketing communication area, in the marketing communication mix, because of the technology, the diffusion of technology. So in this new communication environment, what is there? What challenges we are facing? Although this advertising often a central element of marketing communication program, it is usually not the only one. It is of course a significant one, but not the only one, or even the most important one, you can say, for sales and building brand and customer equity, but it is not the sole component of marketing communication mix. It is one of the significant one. It was significant, it is still significant, but not the only one to ensure the sales and brand building process, and also transforming them into the customer equity. So what is there, what changes we are using? If we talk about the General Electricals, GE is using an in-house content marketing and social media team to just to play the role of storyteller, and they are explaining the company's activities on a variety of online platforms. They are telling you that what is the story of GE, the way company has built up its own brand, the kind of loyal customers we have. So they are doing it through in-house content marketing and also the social media team, which is actively working to tell them, to tell their potential customers about the activities of their company, the kind of products they are manufacturing, the kind of services they are offering, or the kind of the extent of satisfaction they have ensured among customers. So they are doing it. Now the question comes, what communication mix comprises of? Do we still stick to those three components only, that is advertising, personal selling and sales promotion, or we have something more than that? And of course the answer is yes, we have something much more than that. So now we are having at least 8 different components of marketing communication mix, starting from advertising. If I have to define advertising, I would say any paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of ideas, goods or services by an identified sponsor is called advertising. So if you are making a payment to a third party who is actually, or which is actually promoting ideas, goods or services, then of course they are acting as an advertiser, and they are actually promoting our products. It can be an idea, it can be goods or services, and those identified sponsors can do so by different vias, by different medias. It can be print media, it can be broadcast media. When I say broadcast media, it includes radio and television. It can be a network media. Having said network media, I mean to indicate towards telephone, cable, satellite, wireless, etc. When we talk about electronic media, we have audio tape, we have video tape, we have video disc, CD-ROM, web page. And when we talk about display media, of course we have billboards, signages, posters, etc., which are there. So advertisement, different modes of advertisement are there to communicate, to make a communication to the customers, to make customers aware about your product, about your idea, about your services which you are dealing with. So advertising is the first and the foremost component of marketing communication mix. The second is sales promotion, and it was there since very long. A variety of short-term incentives which we are offering to encourage trial or purchase of a product or service, including consumer promotions, they are called as sales promotion. So it includes variety of short-term incentives which you are offering just to ensure, just to encourage trial or purchase of a product. You want customers to buy a product, you are promoting sales. It can be done in terms of some coupons, it can be done in terms of offering some samples to the customers. It can also be a trade promotion. For instance, you are giving some advertising and display allowances, you are offering the business and sales force promotion, you can go for having contest for sales representatives. So this sales promotion can be at different levels, it can be a multi level strategy starting from wholesalers to retailers and to customers. So some of the promotional incentives, they are given to the suppliers, some of them they are given to the customers directly. For instance, if you are giving some discounts and coupons, then of course they are for customers. If you are giving some trade promotions for advertising and giving a space at your shop for displaying that particular product of yours, then of course my company is giving some display allowance to you. That can also be a way of promoting the sales. And the third is of course motivating the sales force by giving them some incentives. By incentivizing them, you can ensure. So second is sales promotion. Third one is events and experiences. This is a new addition to the communication mix. Now nowadays what companies are doing, they are sponsoring activities and programs which are designed to create daily or special brand related interactions with your consumers, and it includes sports, arts, entertainment, and they can also have cause events as well as less formal activities. So for those events and experiences, companies are sponsoring. They are sponsoring those activities and programs, although they have nothing to do with those programs. Your product may not be directly related with that particular event, but still you are actually sponsoring those events and experiences. For instance, if you take example of a tire manufacturing company, what they have to do with the cricket, but still they are sponsoring that particular that particular game, because they understand that customers are watching those matches, and if they are found, then of course in a way there is a publicity, there is an advertisement of their product. Customers are becoming aware that yes, this company is sponsoring these events, and also they have a great experience with them. So this can be another tool in the toolkit of marketing communication mix, which comprises of advertising, then sales promotion, and then third one is the events. Next is public relations and publicity. This is somehow related to the third one only. Here what we do, a variety of programs which are directed internally to employees of the company or externally to consumers, or you can say other firms or the government also, you can go for having this kind of publicity. So this is done to promote or protect a company's image or its individual product communications. You are doing it just to ensure that there is a promotion of that particular company. Directly there is no payment for this, that is why we can't rate it as advertisement. It is a publicity or a kind of PR exercise done by the company. Next is online and social media marketing. Nowadays companies are also resorting to this increasingly, online activities and programs which are designed to engage customers or prospects, and they are doing it directly or indirectly just to increase awareness, improve image of your brand, or elicit sales of products and services. So we can go for online and social media marketing as well. We can also go for having a mobile marketing campaign, where a special form of online marketing where we are placing communications on consumer cell phones, or whichever model of that particular phone they are using, whether they are using smartphones or they are using cell phones or they are using tablets. We are doing it on their handset, and that is called mobile marketing. Next is direct and database marketing. Here we are using mail, telephone, fax, email, or internet to communicate directly to the customers and solicit response from them for our product. And the last one is personal selling, where of course face-to-face interaction with one or more prospective purchasers for the purpose of making presentations, answering to their queries, or ensuring that they are placing an order to us. So these are the broad components of marketing communication mix. Although how do marketing communication work, there is a whole set of scientific theories which are available. How do we evaluate marketing communication or the effectiveness of advertisement? We have certain models for that. That I will be discussing with you in the next segment of my lectures on the topic. For this, I am concluding this very session. Thank you so much.